Today, I'm going to share some tips on how to understand and get the most from the introverts on your team so you can let these brilliant folks shine. Stay tuned.
Welcome to this episode of Smart Leadership with your host, speaker, author, and influencer, Beth Caldwell.
When you're leading an individual that's an introvert, meaning they're someone who keeps to themselves, they seem quiet, and they don't like to be the center of attention, you might be overlooking some of their talents and their brilliance. Now, if you are an introvert, you already understand the way this mind works, but if you're not, you may be unintentionally sabotaging them and their abilities. Here are some things that you'll want to keep in mind to remember to tap into their talents and bring out the best of their work. Remember, don't spring things on an introvert. They will feel very surprised and unprepared if you abruptly ask them for information in a meeting or call them up to the front of the room without giving them time to prepare. If you want an introvert to present something or share information, give them some time to prepare. Then you'll get a well thought out response or presentation. So remember to give them some time. Don't try to force friendships or social activities on a naturally quiet person. The last thing that you want to do is try to turn an introvert into an extrovert. That doesn't work. Not everyone enjoys being in a group, and you're probably making them feel uncomfortable and awkward. Next, and this is a really important tip, resist the urge to interrupt an introvert. Remember, these folks are the exact opposite of the person who thinks and talks fast. When people don't give an instant response, it's because they're thinking. Give them a chance to answer before you begin talking again. When they're upset, you need to allow these folks time to process their issues alone. This can be very problematic, especially if you're the person who processes things by talking. And this is really, really difficult if you're an extrovert in a relationship with an introvert. Here's what happens then. The quiet person needs some time to process. The outgoing person senses that something is wrong, and knowing that talking makes them feel better, they try and force the introvert to talk. This will always make the situation worse, and in extreme situations, it can turn into an emotional crisis. So remember to respect their privacy and give your introvert alone time when they're upset. Now, when you're teaching new skills, always avoid group settings. Learning something new can be really intimidating for anyone, but having to learn something publicly really adds unnecessary stress. Finally, and this is my most important tip for you about introverts, remember to value them. They play a very important role on your team. Don't forget about their talents. Even though these folks might not speak up or ask for opportunities, it's your role as a leader not to overlook their talent, contributions, and potential. Introverts offer some of the best brain power you have, and their quiet presence is a gift that you don't want to overlook. Remember, others are watching how you lead, so keep learning and keep improving. I'll see you next time with more tips on being an influential leader.
Thank you for watching Smart Leadership with Beth Caldwell. For more leadership tips and to learn about having Beth inspire and motivate your audience, visit bethcaldwell.com. Also, browse the other shows found on this Biz TV Shows network.